Mrs. Janet Kataha Museveni, has requested Dr. Dennis Sempebwa, formerly of the Limit X Gospel Group, to come back home and train the young generation. The First Lady met with Dr. Dennis Sempebwa, who called on her at State House Nakasero to share with her how he can utilize the various qualifications he attained after the end of Limit X to save Uganda's young generation. Dr. Dennis Sempebwa is one of the trial Ugandan artists who founded the Limit X Gospel Music Group that was very successful and gained a lot of fame in the 1990s. The First Lady said that it is interesting to hear how the former Limit X singer used the time after the disbanding of the group to upgrade. She said that Uganda needs him back and do something to help the young generation in these times when there is a lot of distortion and existential threat to the Ugandan culture and values. First Lady and Dr. Sempebwa talked at length about solutions that would enable our African values to both be articulated and championed. Among the things they discussed was the need to openly and transparently talk more often about toxic issues pervading the young people's minds, including the dangers of the scary lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender and queer community LGBTQ agenda, promoting the teaching of the mother tongues. Dr. Sempebwa informed the First Lady about his online ministry training college called the 300, which offers diploma to doctorate level courses, and requested that its curriculum is accredited by the Ministry of Education and Sports so that when the Ugandan pastors graduate, they feel their degree is recognized in Uganda. He asked the Education Minister to consider opening doors to public lectures and fireside chats in educational institutions of higher learning where most of foreign ideologies emerge and flourish. Now, police have arrested Nabakoza Farida for child trafficking and recruitment of juveniles into terror activities. Nabakoza was registering young people from refugee camps and transporting them to the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Now, this was during the police weekly briefing held at Naguru Police Headquarters. We have more in this story.
The 37-year-old suspect, Farida Nabakoza, is a resident of Bulenga and a bus conductor attached to baby coaches. She's accused of registering young people from refugee camps, especially Nakivari, transporting them to Congo to join terror activities.
Had 5 children who were handed over to her, and she actually knew where to drop these children, which means she could be a collaborator in one way or another, because this shows that she has been probably trafficking children in that manner.
The recruited juveniles are inducted into Tridwaneho, a rebel group based in Congo.
Victims including Muvula Christine, aged 17, a refugee and a pupil at one of the primary schools in Nachiva, the refugee camp, escaped and was reunited with the mother. So we are now trying to recover 3 children who could have crossed into the DRC illegally. That is Bisesa Prince, age 15, Tezero, and Sari Koze, who are still missing. So we continue to strongly condemn any acts of recruitment.
Security has confirmed several remnants of ADF trying to create small cells for fresh recruitments. Meanwhile, in Impigi Katonga region, police impounded stolen elements of electricity infrastructure being ferried to the scrap market and culprits arrested. While in Kamuli district, 4 suspects arrested for vandalizing power lines.
We were able to recover ABC wires, about 200 meters of ABC wires belonging to Umeme. This suspect is in our custody, and our investigations have ascertained that these ABC wires were stolen from Bovezi and Gayaza villages in PG town council. The community were able to apprehend the suspects. Unfortunately, one was lost to mob justice and the others were able to escape. But we would like to report to you that we have so far arrested 4 of these suspects and they are going to be arraigned in the utility court.
Security has recounted success policing of Nyege Nyege Festival, where 45 people were arrested on cases of theft, impersonation and vehicle robbery. 10 released on police bond, while 35 are being processed in court. Abdul Nasiri Lubwama and Rogers Komagum for UBC.
Now, the Uganda Advanced Certificate of Education exams have commenced with candidates writing history and mathematics across the country. On this first day, there have been delays in starting the exams due to the morning rain. UBC visited some schools within Kampala to assess the progress. Ivan Kahwa reports.
At least 110,569 candidates are sitting the 2023 Uganda Advanced Certificate of Education examinations in 2,103 examination centers across the country. The candidates have completed the first papers in mathematics and history.
Yeah, I have to get an A. An assured A in history, because I don't want to disappoint myself or anybody. I've been reading and I don't think that I misfired anywhere.
We have prepared these students for the last 2 years. The teachers have taught. We have assessed them during the course of the 2 years. And finally, in term 3, this last term, we took off time to regroup them in smaller groups of their strength. And they have revised with the teachers. They have asked teachers questions. They have interacted with the teachers. And I think they have done their best and they have been ready.
There were reported delays in starting the papers due to a heavy downpour, which affected the students' arrival time for exams.
The invigilators, some of them delayed to get to the station, and also some learners delayed a bit. So we started some 10 minutes late, past 9. But we were able to get the exams here on time.
But I didn't expect it to rain, but then there was a heavy downpour on my way to school. So as it was raining, it really rained on me. But when I reached school, I had to buckle up and then prepare for the paper. So I wore my sweater in the morning, then I prepared for the exam.
Students underwent a thorough checkup, as is the custom, before starting the exam sessions.
Some who were checking us to the extent of removing the shoes, but I believe it's okay.
Not allowing money, papers, and other sorts of materials that we are not in line with the examination.
Students appreciated the reception from invigilators and supervisors during the exam hours.
So yeah, everything went well smoothly, because they just come in, give us papers if you need anything, because I remember my pen fell down and they picked it up for me. I didn't have to go down to pick it up. Yeah, everything went well.
In some schools, students who missed sitting their first paper due to circumstances are yet to be identified.
Babiri abatakoze lwansonga zirabika zeeka omu batugambye tukubye eka batugambye nti eka yaddukayo taliyo n'omulala amasimu nga tegaliiko.
The number of candidates sitting for UACE this year has increased compared to last year, with enrollment rising to 110,569 from 97,889 in 2022. Ivan Kahwa and Dan Lugemwa, UBC News in Kampala.
Thanks, Kahwa and Dan, for that story there. But we shall remain with the UACE examinations momentarily. But this time we go to Moroto, where Uganda Advanced Certificate of Education exams have started so very well in Moroto High School, Moroto Municipality, with all candidates turning up for the first paper. Now, Moroto District has only one school with a senior 6th class this year.
Moroto High School head teacher Twahache Bet told UBC that there has been an increase in the number of candidates sitting for UACE from only 30 in 2020 to 119 candidates in 2023, although the enrollment of girls remains low. The UACE exams began on time in Moroto District.
Yes, 2021 we had 25 senior 6 candidates only. 2022 only we had 30 candidates, but this year we have registered a big increase. From 30 we have now 119.
119 candidates sat from Moroto High School, among whom only 25 girls.
5 are girls. We have 22 science students.
Attitudes of parents thinking that these girls are for only bride price or for wealth creation.
Unlike PLE candidates and Uganda Certificate of Education, there was neither breastfeeding mothers nor pregnant candidates.
There's no absentee. We do not have any pregnant girl.
Moroto High School in Moroto Municipality is the only A-level school with Senior 6 candidates this year. Jacinta Lokeris is one of the girls who sat this year's Senior 6 final examination.
It can be like, hey, you girls are not meant for this thing. Education is meant for boys like that. Discouraging.
Moroto district has 4 A-level schools: Moroto High School, Apostles of Jesus, Nadiket Seminary, and Nadunget Seed Secondary School, which will begin having candidates next year. Candidates have started with mathematics and history papers.
To Busoga region now, where the father to the Inebantu of Busoga, Stanley Bayole, has noted with concern that the negative speculations against his daughter, Jovia Mutesi, will not deter him from preparing for the royal wedding. Now, Bayole told UBC from his home in Mayuge district that all is uncalled for and orchestrated by ill-hearted subjects. He reveals that the Inebantu, who is currently out of the country, will return for the 18th November 2023 wedding, as we hear in this story.
St. Mulumba village, home to the father of Busoga Inebantu, is located in Mayuge Town Council in Mayuge district. This home belongs to the parents of the Queen of Busoga in waiting, Jovia Mutesi. Jovia's father, Stanley Bayole, is in Jovia mood.
We praise and thank God for such a wonderful moment that He has brought in Busoga, in our clan, in our family, and He has brought joy to everyone. As you see my face, I cannot express myself the joy I have, but I'm so, and you praise people whenever I talk about it, you won't even cause me shed tears. Out of the many Busoga, more than 5 million Busoga who are in Busoga here, the king chose my house.
Stanley is however dissatisfied with those who have chosen to peddle malice against his family and the wedding of her daughter to the Chavasing of Busoga.
Please stop the speculations are uncalled for and unwanted. This God is arrangement. I'm the true biological father of Inebantu.
He refutes allegations that Jovia is not a Musoga either by name or by birth.
Mutes Erina Eria mama inaife twagulika kusima dada yali muka baba muka dada twasima eyafumbange wa dada dina lyangulikwa to appreciate dada waifoyo eyafumbirwa ki eyafumbira dada waife olwo nitwakawenda kulizikiriza lokati ono tumutumye ki Mutesi.
Bayole told UPC that Jovia, being the eldest daughter in the family, she has come along with many blessings.
I thank my king, Governor Diope the Fourth, for having cited this home as the best home to choose the Queen Mother of Busoga. May the grace of God continue protecting the king and the queen. And me personally, I wish them a beautiful, nice, loving marriage all the time. I wish them to get nice kids. Probably if God can allow, to give them twins.
Bayole says when the former Archbishop Church of Uganda, Stanley Ntagali, visited them on 2 different occasions, this was part of his prophecy.
His Grace Stanley Ntagali, he was here the 2 times. Whenever he could come for pilgrimages here at Chando, this is his home. And he prophesied that this home will be a great home, The sky will be the limit. You will get all the titles, you will get all what you want. By the grace of God, I have seen something coming in this home. It has come to pass. That is now a great home in Busoga.
But what about Jovia's education career?
She has 2 degrees, CPA and a qualified accountant. She does. She went through good schools. Her nursery was here in St. Mulumba, home here. She went to Shimoni. When Shimoni was removed, she went to Kampala Parents, to Namagunga, Mount St. Nicholas Namagunga. From there to universities, Makera and Ngozi. So, really she's a lady ready to take up the task of a queen mother.
With a few days remaining to the wedding date of 18th November 2023, according to Stanley, the Queen will soon return in the country.
But kulobyo kwerinda. So kwa nti Queen aligano baligano ayenga alikumaliriza ebimwetaagisa kuluya wa Uganda soon mudamu bona.
For the village of St. Mulumba and Mayuge district, they now pride in having a king as an in-law.
Then Mayuge, we are happy that we are the in-laws out of the 11 districts and counties. Mayuge was chosen to be the best.
The Chabazinga royal wedding remains a key talk among the Busoga community as His Royal Highness William Gabulana Jope IV tied knot with Queen Jovia Mutes on 18th November 2023. I'm Robert Nyango and Jeffrey Kasaiji for UBC News.
We'll remain in Busoga momentarily, where Christ Cathedral Bugembe is in advanced preparations for the first royal wedding of the Chabazinga. The cathedral, which also sits on a 50-acre piece of land that was donated to the institution by the Chabazinga, will host about 3,000 people who will witness the royal wedding as Chabazinga William Wilberforce Gabula IV walks down the aisle in the Inebantu, that is Mutesi Jovia, on Saturday, the 18th day of November 2023. Now, due to the uniqueness of the occasion, the church has secured rights to gazette the outer large compound as a place to accommodate the ceremony after the authorities consulted the Ministry of Justice and Constitutional Affairs. Now, according to the church administration, the couple is undergoing a counseling session conducted by the Archbishop of the Church of Uganda, the Most Reverend Stephen Kazimba Mugalu, who will preside over the wedding ceremony. Now, unlike the norm, the order of service has strictly been limited to Lusoga language to add color and value to the celebrations. The Sub-Dean of Christ's Cathedral Church of Uganda, Dr. Joy Mukisa, says the ceremony will enhance the mindset of the Busoga youth to embrace legal marriage.
Christ's Cathedral Bugembe will contribute to part of the talk of the town come this Saturday, 18 November 2023, as the Inebantu will walk down the ASO. With me here, I am with Dr. Joy, yes, the Sub-Dean of
Christ's Cathedral
Christ's Cathedral Church of Uganda, Busoga Diocese. You're welcome, Doctor.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you for hosting us, and kindly could you share with us briefly what is happening currently as we wait for the big day?
Okay. First of all, we want to congratulate His Royal Highness. We thank God that it has come to pass, because everybody has been asking when will they serve to bring us a mother. So we thank God that as Busoga, we've got a mother, and every Busoga is excited. We are looking forward to that day. So when we got the news as church, we were very happy, because as the Church of Uganda, we respect the marriage institution very much.
I know.
And so when we heard, we were happy. And officially they came to the church and followed the church procedure to register in our records. We've got their details. And then after registering, we had to plan, because Originally, we thought they would wed in the cathedral inside. It's coming here because Busoga cannot fit the whole place. So there is a selected.
How many people are we expecting in this area on that day?
About 3,000.
About 3,000?
Yeah.
So the rest of the people will be following the proceedings?
From the different Saza quarters. The clans, yeah, each clan has the Saza quarters where they will erect tents. They will put big screens where they can watch the function from. We've been announcing the bands.
Yeah?
Yesterday we announced the final band. Yeah.
How many times do you announce?
We announced three times consecutive Sundays, and the Sunday before the wedding, we read the final band. So we read the final band yesterday because on Saturday the wedding will take place.
What is the essence of announcing? What results do you look up to?
You know, a wedding is you wed once.
Yes.
After that, nothing should come in to separate these people.
Very good.
So the church ensures that there is no reason that will come in whatsoever. We give the public opportunity. If you have any reason why these two should not be wedded in holy matrimony, you are free to come and raise it before they say I do. Because after they've said I do, nobody, you have to keep quiet. Just final reason is when he has, but we expect royalties, both from within Uganda, in Africa, and internationally. So it's going to be a very unique wedding thing. Yeah.
Dr. Joyce is the sub-dean of Christ Cathedral, Bugembe Church of Uganda, Busoga Diocese. Dr. Joyce, what are some of the cultural norms which are preserved to keep the unity among the Busoga region?
Cultural norms. First of all, love. There must be love between the two. And then in Busoga, we really had marriages where they would just get for a man, a woman. No, there had to be love. And then once the woman came, she had to be ready to respect the husband. So Busoga women kneel for their husband. I have been kneeling for my husband.
For how many years now?
Now we've been married for 32 years.
Wow, that is great.
Yeah. So we kneel for our husband, we respect them. Mweto mwami. Talk about Iwe Grace, my husband is Grace. I don't Grace, no, omwami. That is respect before the children.
I like the way you toned down when you're saying omwami.
Yes. He's the only one other. I have to respect him. He left all other women and came for me in Bugembe.
Now let's go to Somalia, where Somali citizens through their elders have appealed to the President of Uganda, General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, not to withdraw the deployment of the UPDF troops operating under the African Union's African Transition Mission in Somalia, ATMIS, to strengthen security following the Al-Shabaab threat to Somalia. Now the outcry comes as the contracted deadline for ATMIS to cease operations in June next year is approaching. Now they conveyed their concerns to President Museveni through the UPDF spokesperson, Brigadier General Felix Kulayigye, who visited different UPDF camp bases in Somalia to ascertain the army's operations there. Ivan Juko gives us more.
In 2006, Al-Shabaab, a Somali-based Islamic militant group linked with Al-Qaeda, emerged in Somalia and waged an insurgence against Somalia's transition federal government. Between 2007 to 2008, the group continued to expand, scoring military victories and seizing control of key towns and ports in central and southern Somalia, including the capital Mogadishu. The group imposed strict interpretation of Islamic laws, especially in the areas where they dominated. These and other actions of the militants behind Al-Shabaab violated human rights, hence prompting the African Union forces in collaboration with the Somali government troops to push the group out of Mogadishu. 15 years later, African Transition Mission in Somalia ATMIS replaced the African Union Mission in Somalia AMISOM to allow Somali National Army take up its own security affairs other than foreign military aid. Since its inception, ATMIS has trained about 20,000 Somali troops from across Uganda, Kenya, Djibouti, Ethiopia and Burundi, a venture that has equipped Somali forces with combat fighting skills. Meanwhile, UPDF spokesperson Brigadier General Felix Kulaije paid a cutter service to Barawe and Selejari camps to inspect the progress of the works. At Barawe, Brigadier General Kulaije lauded the UPDF's commendable role in stabilizing Somalia.
UPDF is infectious positively. Wherever we have gone, we do have very good relations with the people. Not only because of the work we have done, but the way we live with them.
The military demonstrated different tactics used to clear objects of danger planted by terrorists.
Any component of the IED any component of the IED. Once he has identified, he marks, then they call the EOD team, who will come and do the.
However, the commanders of the battle groups reported to him pressing issues in the operationalization of the peacekeeping process.
We managed to defy all odds and achieve all the directives issued by the Commander-in-Chief and re-echoed by the UPDF leadership. This form has stayed for so long, so as it has started raining, we are busy repairing them now. We are repairing, and it needs a lot of resources like fuel, escorts, and manpower.
The commander of Battle Group 38, Colonel Peter Berokani, said there are still minimal threats to unstable security despite their efforts to wipe out Al-Shabaab in Somalia.
Since we occupied the area of Barawe, there is no any form that has been really actively attacked. And the people of Barawe themselves, they don't.
He then proceeded to Selejari camp, where he met and engaged with the soldiers of Battle Group 37 commanded by Colonel Charles Asimo Chivati. The army exhibited some of its counter-terrorism measures, including detecting and defusing bombs and grenades.
3, 2, 1. Go. Then now we have to wait for the stop time of 15 minutes. Then we go back and check.
Colonel Asimo complained to Brigadier General Kulaije that the population is on recourse deserting areas due to the threatening conditions set by the Al-Shabaab group.
Al-Shabaab was harassing them because they refused to cooperate with them. They wanted them to contribute, either giving ngamia. They say each family must provide the camels, about 10, and 1 inch are not willing to do. Yes, you either give camels or you give SMGs 2 or 1 PK, or you give a child. Yes, it's conditional, you have 2.
The hide-and-seek games by the Al-Shabaab, among other challenges, still account for the attacks. Brigadier General Kulaije said Africa as a whole has learned from these wars to step up its security.
The lesson we learned, first of all, Africa must have its own money. 2, we are capable of solving Africa's problems. It's a question of leadership, it's a question of commitment and resources. 3, that if we come together as the African continent, there is no problem that is insurmountable. And this therefore goes that number 4, we have learned that no one owes us a living. As Africa, we must get our hands dirty and solve this problem. It's our argument as one of the troop contributing countries and leading, to be exact, that we need to give the Somali federal government time to build the security apparatus. The security agencies, the military, and of course the entire state apparatus. But as you know, the English said he who pays the piper determines the tune.
Civilians from various parts of Somalia, including elders and leaders, appealed to the African Union and President Museveni not to withdraw foreign peacekeepers from Somalia for fear of Al-Shabaab repossessing the already liberated areas.
But my people, they are requesting AMISOM not withdraw here. It's not. But we are requesting your president not to accept that withdrawal.
ATMIS's mission operation is expected to end in June 2024, and about 20,000 ATMIS troops will leave for the Somalian National Army to take charge of the sovereignty of Somalia. Despite militia attacks, the fate of Somalian netizens lies in what shall come out from the African Union's decision, whether to go by the contract or have it extended. I'm Ivan Juko for UBC in Somalia.
Thanks, Ivan Juko, for that story there. Now we'll take a short break, but we'll be returning with much more. Do stay with us.
Metu Bus Industries, Namamve, the manufacturers of buses for transporters, schools, tour operators, and special purpose vans and any customized vehicle. Metu Bus Industries offers a range of buses known for safety, comfort, and reliability. Depending on your needs, a bus can simply be a point A to point B people mover with just seats, or a special design that includes power outlet, Wi-Fi, television, refreshment center, and any other specification. Buy your buses from Metu and support industrialization of Uganda. Contact us on 0788 118586 or 0782 030303. Email us metuafricabus@gmail.com. Visit our website www.metubusafrica.com.
Jovia ng'oyolekera ku lugendo luno olw'obulamu nkuwa ekirabo eky'amaanyi agatazizibwa, amaanyi okulabibwa n'okuwulirwa mu mawanga ag'ewala ennyo, okutuuka buli wamu nga yadde togenzeeyo, ensi yonna ng'ekuli mu ngalo. Okutambula mu biseera n'okumanya buli kimu ekirina okumanyibwa. Jovia, kino kye kirabo kyange gy'oli.
Tewali kkubo ku ki ky'osobola okukola ku mukutu nnandameggwa ogwa MTN.
In this family, we can't agree on anything. Martha. We can't even agree on what to watch. All the games to play.
Martha.
Ndoza Mulabi. We can't even agree on what to eat. At least the one thing for now we can all agree on is the soap to use. He likes that it's big and lasts long. Anti-economy. I like that it keeps my skin smooth. Ate alina echovu. And the children like that. It smells amazing. Everyone is happy. Movit soap comes in 4 fantastic flavors. Movit family soap is truly soap for the whole family.
Movit. All day confidence.
Metu Bus Industries, Namamve, the manufacturers of buses for transporters, schools, tour operators, and special purpose vans and any customized vehicle. Metu Bus Industries offers a range of buses known for safety, comfort, and reliability. Depending on your needs, a bus can simply be a point A to point B people mover with just seats, or a special design that includes power outlet, Wi-Fi, television, refreshment center, and any other specification. Buy your buses from Metu and support industrialization of Uganda. Contact us on 0788 118586 or 0782 030303. Email us metuafricabus@gmail.com. Visit our website www.metubusafrica.com.
Sebo.
Yes?
This is the bill.
What?
Malaria testing, 10,000. Treatment, 100,000 since we put her on drip.
Hey, Musau, can you read this for me? Before I brought my wife here, I'd already spent money on buying herbal medicine and drugs from the pharmacy, which didn't work.
But Sebo, the government gave out mosquito nets. Doesn't your family use them?
We got the mosquito nets, but they got holes and we didn't know what to do.
Protect your loved ones from malaria. Sew your mosquito nets whenever they get damaged to keep the mosquitoes away. Ensure all nets are tied up every morning to avoid damaging them. Ensure that everyone in your family sleeps under a treated mosquito net every night, whether it is a cold or hot season. Together, we can chase malaria out of Uganda. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health with support from Global Fund.
No malaria will catch.
Welcome back from that break, and this is News Tonight here on UBC TV. A warm welcome to those of you just joining us. On sign language, it is Elizabeth Nakakoni, and I am Rukidi Kijja. Now, the Speaker of Parliament, Anita Annette Among, has pledged her institution's support towards Mulago National Referral Hospital. She visited Dakabela County Member of Parliament, Cosmas Elotu, who was involved in a motor accident.
The management of Mulago National Referral Hospital had the privilege to host the Speaker of Parliament, Anita Annette Among. The Speaker paid a visit to Dakabela County Member of Parliament, Cosmas Elotu, who was involved in an accident. Dakabela County is found in Soroti District in eastern Uganda. Cosmas Elotu is currently in the intensive care unit and he is recovering steadily.
But his condition is stable. He's actually recovering. I want to thank the management of Mulago.
The Speaker had a moment with the hospital administration and staff and pledged the support of Parliament in ensuring that Mulago performs to its expectation as a national referral hospital.
What is disappointing is we have a very functional ICU, but we don't have human resource. We have an ICU of 29 beds, but only 14 are operational. I'm going to urge my colleagues in this financial year, we should be able to increase the money for health, for all the ICUs to be operational. We will support you. This is our main referral hospital. Mulago must remain operational, and we'll do whatever it takes to make sure that the place is operational.
The Acting Executive Director, Mulago National Referral Hospital, Dr. Rosemary Byanyima, commended the Speaker of Parliament, Anita Among, for pledging the support which will address key challenges facing the hospital.
We are gratified by the Right Honourable visit, who appreciated the work we do, the cleanliness in the hospital, and the quality of care, but also appreciated some of the challenges like the understaffing, which is stopping us from utilizing fully our ICU, the infrastructure for housing our staff, which is incomplete, that needs to be completed, and also an increase in budget of supplies which we require so that we can attend to our patients without asking them to chip in to buy one or two things.
Few years back, government acquired a loan of $44.3 million from the African Development Bank to refurbish Mulago National Referral Hospital to make it offer specialized medical services. Adia Nakute, UBC.
Now, the Bishop of Central Busoga, Right Reverend Patrick Wakula, has lashed at Christians for failing to appreciate what God has entrusted them with. Now, during a Thanksgiving ceremony for Ivaibi Charles for the award of a Doctor of Philosophy in Business Administration of Nkumba University, Bishop Wakula warned that the result is destruction of the environment and communal structures.
The Thanksgiving ceremony, presided over by the Bishop of Central Busoga, Right Reverend Patrick Wakula, commenced with prayers characterized by songs of praise, dancing and ululation from the audience. During the sermon, Bishop Wakula urged Christians to reflect and retain what God has given beforehand. He also cautioned the graduate to use his knowledge to solve community issues.
See what you have, look around in the neighbors and see what they don't have, then ask yourself, what did I do to get this? You may not literally and physically have the answer. Then you project it to who? To God, and you say he's him. That's the thanksgiving. Can you have the integrity of a PhD holder? Can you have the spirituality of a PhD holder? Can you serve the church as a PhD holder because you have climbed some ladders beyond what others have?
The Director of Finance and Administration at UBC, Dr. Peter Kagwa, who was the chief guest, asked school-going children in Chizuba Village and Namutumba District to follow Dr. Ivaibi's footsteps for academic excellence and utilize his expertise in their village.
This village we are standing on today embraces Dr. Charles Ivaibi and his family and appreciates his achievements and utilizes his expertise and knowledge and skills he has acquired to better this village, to make this village a model village by encouraging the children to go to school. We have UPE now, we have UCE.
The graduate Charles Ivaibi says he has embarked on a sensitization program to interest parents in the district to send their children to school to address crimes in the area.
I'm carrying out a sensitization program right from the grassroots. The parents at village level, parish level, and the sub-county level, and the district at large. Let's take our children back to school. Let's not keep our children in our homes, in our gardens. Let's take them back to school. And tomorrow we shall eliminate crimes right from our villages, parishes, sub-counties, district, and Uganda at large.
Dr. Ivaibi's achievement seems an inspiration to the village.
We are blessed to have him as our mentor and inspirer because he has done us wonderful ways of improving our way, despite the fact that here and there teachers seem to be small people in the country.
The function was attended by dignitaries who included district leaders and government officials. Over 10 million shillings was collected, which will be used for the inauguration of Central Busoga Diocese. Mary Namkose in Namutumba District.
Now, the Forum for Democratic Change, Katonga faction, has confirmed that the party is preparing to hold its grassroots elections from December 2023 to March 2024. Francis Mwijuche, a legislator, calls for the participation of all party members. FDC also appeals to government to address concerns of nepotism and regional disparities in public service sector employment as per the recent report released by the Equal Opportunities Commission.
We are here to let you know that on the 9th of December, our structures are beginning. We have been mobilizing, we have been talking to our people, we have been doing underground work. It is now clear that we are ready, and so our people now can start mobilizing themselves. They can start identifying the leaders. So on the 9th of December, our structures, well-done structures. These are not selections like you have heard of in other areas before. These are real elections that will begin in our villages, in our village branches around the country. And so this is a process we told you about that will go up to March, that will climax with the delegates conference. We want to call upon all our people to participate. We don't want anybody to be left behind. It is an exercise for everybody.
Equity is not being equal, whereby everybody, if it is 10, everybody should get one. You must get what is in line with what you must get. Because now when they say Western gets 47%, but according to the statistics, you find that in Uganda, it is the region that is the third in population. Northern, which is the second in getting the share, it is the fourth, which is the last. Central, which has 18%, it is the first in population. And then you find Eastern, which should have been the second, has 15%.
To Fort Portal now, where the Minister for Luwero-Rwenzori Triangle, Alice Kaboyo, has advised parents to support schools within the community instead of waiting for government, which cannot reach out to everybody. She was commissioning staff quarters at Kitumba Primary, funded by the Office of the Prime Minister under the Ministry for Luwero-Rwenzori Triangle.
Kitumba Primary School, found in Central Division, Fort Portal City, was started by Church of Uganda in 1920 and later taken by the government and is now fully a government school. As of now, the school is facing a challenge of structures as those available are in bad state. The Office of the Prime Minister, through the Ministry of Luwero-Rwenzori Triangle, has constructed a staff house to solve the challenge of teachers walking long distances to school. State Minister for Luwero-Rwenzori Triangle, Alice Kaboyo, commissioned the teacher's house and advised parents to support the school too.
The community, these are children that come from this community. But I know that the same community will contribute for a church but will not contribute for a school. Communities should help. Government can do so much, but also communities should chip in and help themselves.
The Commissioner for Basic Education, who represented Minister Kaduchu, Dr. Cleophas Mugenyi, says some parishes in Kabarole have no public primary schools.
Fort Portal City erumu ward rundi emiruka 24 baitu amiruka 24 musanju tigwinamu ene public primary school.
Doreen Kembabazi, on behalf of Mobono Investment Limited, that constructed the house, said they accomplished the work in the stipulated time.
The contract was a success, although we faced some challenges, delay in payment, but I'm sure the CFO will handle that in time.
The work is good, but we could have done better. At least we would have had latrines and a kitchen on that money.
The RCC and Mayor Fort Portal City disclosed that most schools in Fort Portal don't have desks.
Every school has something that is lacking. We are seeing where we are going. We may not be there yet. There are even other people who don't have this facility that we have gotten today. So let's maintain what we have.
But no bogasazuno karora classroom zetu ezo no sangalmu abana nka 10 bana 10 no sanga desk ni kara habana mukaga. So
the head teacher applauded the Prime Minister's office for the support.
We are extremely humbled to have this accommodation because we actually were in dire need of such accommodation for our teacher.
The staff quarter cost over 180 million Ugandan shillings. Mary Namkose, Andrew Sebira, UBC News.
maintain that same effort, protect you and your family from that very dangerous ship that attacks you every night. And if you don't take action soon, it may cost your life or even your pregnant wife to lose her baby.
Wapi, with all these original padlocks and my maguja, no thief can make an attempt to break it.
Simon, you and your wife are always in and out of the hospital almost every month. And there is that dangerous thief that you are not yet safe from. You're lucky that for now, it's only robbing you money.
Malaria is a thief. Don't let it rob you and your loved ones. Prevent it by sleeping under a mosquito net every night. For pregnant women, go for antenatal care and get your Fansida medicine to protect you and your unborn baby from malaria.
Becoming an international student can seem like a very complicated process. You want to study in the US or Canada, but you're unsure about the application process, what to apply for, and the related costs and expenses. Here is the thing. The Ilum Students Fair will take place on the 8th of November this year. So come to the Sheraton Hotel Kampala and you'll meet expert advisors from top US and Canadian universities. They'll help you make sense of your study dream. For more information, call 0702 628-446 or visit our website, asafevents.com.
African Airline Association, in conjunction with Uganda Airlines, presents the 55th AFRA Annual General Assembly between the 19th and 21st November 2023 at Speak Resort Hotel, Munyonyo, in the heart of Uganda, the Pearl of Africa. In attendance will be 500 high-profile African and global aviation leaders, 40 airline CEOs making strides to transform aviation for development. The 55th AFRA AGA is proudly powered by
Research abawanguzi bawadi ya Best East African Brand 2023 bakutegekedde omusomo. The Great Sound Down 8 Sata zimera committee obokubera okubanga 26 November paka 2 December Wikotorio Mall Hall Rooftop omusomesa waffe yomukenkufu Nyanzi Julius ekyuma kiwagala kyuma musansi ne tekinologiya mwe muli okola ebijimuso okuva mu pampa z'abaana n'enjazi za Vermiculite okukamula omubisi mu menvu ng'embidde ng'okozesa ekyuma okutandikawo obukolero ng'okukola sabuni wa Habon n'okukola ebibiriiti kugateka ennima ey'omulembe ng'okulima ekitiko okutukwa abakadde kanodama mushroom okulima ensogasoga jangu oyiga okugattako omutindo gamba ng'okukola ebizigo n'omubisi okuva mu kigaji okukamula butto mu nsogasoga nga tiketi ya $10,000 ng'ofunirako tule y'amagi ga safrani n'ekitiko kya ganodama saa 3 ez'okubakya nga tutandika buukinga tiketi yo ng'ogigula ku mobile money ku noti 7 noti 3 152.
Welcome back. Let's have a look now at the latest in business. Mandela Group of Companies has hosted supermarket owners and tenants for a brief on how to manage their businesses during this year's festive period.
Failed due to simple mistakes, importantly lack of customer care. But Mandela Group of Companies, a conglomerate, is proud of petrol stations, supermarkets and restaurants. The company is offering tips to supermarket owners and attendants ahead of the festive period.
When you come to capital shoppers tomorrow, you should see some new changes. Not only price a product, but you need to give every time. But this time is very important. You know why? Some customers, they come with a family, this is a time. Engage, speak the interpersonal skill, interact with the customers, suggest the customers, this product is good. We want you to speak to customers. Don't stand idle.
The advice has mainly been about retail sales associate skills and responsibilities like product knowledge, promotions, dependability, communication and professional appearance.
We wanted to share with them the knowledge, train them on how to handle the customers during this festive season and the customer experience or the best they can give to their customers during this season. So we agreed, let's have the supermarkets around Kampala share with them our experience and also teach them on how they are going to handle their customer during this festive season.
More than 50 market owners, but mainly attendants from establishments like Capital Shoppers, Bessie Buy and JT have benefited from this half-day session. I'm Nafka Farida and Abiona Francisco.
We'll take yet another short break, but before that, let's have a look at how the Ugandan shilling fared today against the following selected local and international currencies in our Forex news.
Tukanga tukoba omuntu nti nigasita ndala mukaaga itaano sita isatu ash onige yes
ngaho bakubuza machanti
nga bamubuza machanti code nga tumukoba ata mu 7 bino olumalirizawo ngata amwe sente dali kuwayo kumbaga ya mwenemu sawa yeneyo nga kyabazinga amwebaza nga tweyongere kai tujja mu kyalo ekindi
ekikoba embago lunawa luti nga mwira
tulija kumala kai tweyongere emyezi mukaaga nga tukasomesa abantu momope
baba embaga ya mwenemu eriyo nga 18 kai emyezi omukaaga gyoli kuongeramu ojaji
oyidine bya momope abantu yembite yona bandeta momo ono ne bibali kumpaka ne bya momo pabi kyama kupikipiki ojo bisomesa
muleke musoni we kyamaja
baba tuka bulungi
simbule embalasi asumulude
momo nyabo.
Pay or shop with MTN Momo and get cash back every week. It's free of charge. Use the Momo app or dial *165*3#.
Welcome back. Let's have a look now at the latest in sports, and we begin with football, where the Uganda under-15 boys team, the Uganda Rhinos, edged Tanzania 2-1 in the semi-finals of the Sekafa under-15 boys championship to progress to the finals of this year's tournament. Uganda, also the defending champions, got goals from Abakar Walusimbi and Samuel Mubiru that gave the team an advantage from the opponents, pushing them into the finals. Now, with this win, Uganda is on course to defending the title they won in 2019. Uganda will play the final against the winner of the semi-final between Zanzibar and South Sudan.
We thank the supporters who have come to watch this game and those who have been on the TV. I think the boys have done their part. I think we shall go back and then correct our mistakes. We have scored goals 2-1. We won 2-1. I think next time we have to do a lot to see that we win the finals. Final is the final. Maybe we are waiting the one who will play with us on the finals, then to see that how we will organize, and then we see. I think we shall do all the best to see that we are winning the final because we are at home. Boys, they are still learning. I think when you are coming back, we shall be more organized than today.
Congratulations to the Rhinos there, and we do hope they bring that trophy back to where it belongs, and this is here in Uganda. Cricket now, and the Cricket Cranes started their warm-up tour in Zimbabwe with a narrow win against Zambia's top cricket club, Takashinga, in a game played yesterday evening at the Takashinga grounds in Harare. The Cranes edged their renowned club by 2 runs to register victory in the first of their 6 T20 trial games. Players Bilal Hassan with 2 wickets, Roger Mkasa 45 runs and Ronak Patel 73 runs were exceptional in this particular game, and the coach hopes they can keep improving the form and take it into the qualifiers. The team will be in action tomorrow against the same opponents for their second game of the tour. The Zimbabwe tour is a preparation tour for the cricket Cranes, who will be playing the T20 World Cup qualifiers in Namibia starting on the 20th of November 2023.
Kind of asking, so we want to go and bat well at the death in case we have wickets in hand. That's a period where we should be able to score 10 and over.
Yeah, we had a good game yesterday. It was a good workout for the team. Batting first, Ronak Patel and Simon gave us a good foundation on which Roger Mukasa built on. You know, we managed to get to 160, which we felt was a bit below par. Would have wanted to get to the 180, 190 mark. But, you know, something to work on going forward. That last 5 over section, we didn't use it very well. But, you know, full credit to them. They also bowled really well. Obviously, very experienced cricketers in the Takashinga side. And, you know, that's why it was very important for us to come down here and play these games.
And that story brings us to the end of this first edition of News Tonight here on UBC TV. Thank you so much for having kept us company. On sign language, it has been Elizabeth Nakakoni, and I am Rukidi Kijja, wishing you a blessed night. But our second and final edition will come your way at 10 p.m. See you then.